안녕하세요. Hi guys, so I'm back with another 특집, which is a special episode about the vaccinated travel lane from Singapore to Korea and vice versa. As of 2 days ago, Korea government released more information about the entry for vaccinated travelers into Korea. So they kind of uploaded this on their website, I think on the embassy website, and someone kindly shared it for all the Singaporeans. Because it's in Korean, I could have just uploaded it, but I kind of did a bit of translation check with Mr. Naughty to see if there's any differences between the information from Singapore and Korea, and indeed there was a few extra information on top of the stuff that has already been provided by MOH and Safe Travel in Singapore. So I just wanted to do this short video once again to update you guys on how to successfully enter Korea without too much hiccups, yeah? There is a lot of similar information in this document, so I will only talk about the differences. So first and foremost, I wanted to talk about the children that can enter Singapore and Korea. For entering into Singapore, it's still the same. Below 12, you are free from quarantine, but you are eligible for PCR tests. However, if you're below 2 years old, you are not required to take the vaccination, but you do not have to take the PCR test as well. However, into Korea, you have to be below 6 years old to be free of quarantine and free of PCR tests. So both countries is different. Please take note, parents who wants to travel to Korea. For Singapore into Korea is 6 years old. For Korea to Singapore is 12 years old. Yeah? So that's one very important point. Secondly, there is an update of the prices that you have to pay when you enter Korea. Price that they stated here is when you enter to Korea and you are a foreigner residing overseas, you have to pay 174,000 won for entry into Korea on weekdays for one PCR test. And on weekends, it's 180,000 won. So that's about 200 Sing dollars and 206 Sing dollars. So it depends on the day you arrive. Please prepare that amount of money. But of course, like I mentioned in the previous video, you have to book your PCR test before entering Korea. So right now, a lot of people ask me and told me that actually, hey Jeanette, I can't really book the vaccination test in Incheon Airport right now because everybody tried to go to the Safe to Go travel app. And then they key on the details and realize that in the departure section, they do not allow you to change the location of it. Means it's only stuck at Incheon Airport. So I gave it a try also. And like all of you said, it was stuck in Incheon Airport. But after reading this document, it says that they will try to release more information and update the apps. For example, the KETA also, nearer to the vaccination travel open date. Remember to stay tuned for more updates. If it's just little information, of course, I'll just put it in my Instagram story, but this one is kind of big, that's why I decided to make a video. A lot of information will come out after the 8th of November, so please be patient and wait, okay? I know a lot of us are very, very kanchong and you want to get everything done before, but please wait a while, yeah? The other thing to note when entering Korea, when you leave Singapore with the documents that is required for you to enter, they will check it at the counter, of course, before you get your ticket. And one thing that they will issue you, as they said in this document, is like a necklace. I think what they're saying, they'll give you a pass to say that you are fit to travel to Korea on this vaccinated travel lane. So if you're ever given some necklace thing, do not throw it away. Remember to keep it safe in your pockets because if you do not have it when you enter Korea, you might be denied entry into Korea, yeah? Okay, so this is another hot question that a lot of you guys ask me because a lot of you guys who come here not only want to stay in Seoul, some of my friends are going to Busan, Daegu, Jeju, or anywhere else in Korea. But the thing is, when you enter Korea, the day you enter is day 0. A bit different from Singapore, I think. I think when you enter Singapore is day 1, but when you enter Korea is day 0. The next day, after you sleep and you wake up, then is day 1. So right now in this document, it says that on day 0, you have to take your PCR test in Incheon International Airport at 2 different locations that I will show you later, maybe here where it is. And after you take the test, you are required to go straight to the place of your residence, be Airbnb, hotel, or anywhere else, your friend's place that has a individual room and toilet, which is safe, socially distance approved. You have to go there and you have to stay there until the results come out the day after. It usually takes about 12 to 18 hours. So for example, you take it in the afternoon of today, it will come out tomorrow morning or usually afternoon. So in that time, you are supposed to stay indoors and not go out, refrain from wandering outside. There was a few of you who asked me, oh, am I allowed to take a plane from Incheon Airport or take a plane from Gimpo to Busan or even Jeju? The answer is no. You're not allowed to do any domestic travel after you enter Korea. If you come into Incheon, there's actually not much domestic flights out of Incheon right now. They have cordoned it off for international travel. And for travel out of Gimpo Airport, foreigners who are vaccinated from Singapore, you are not allowed to take any domestic flight until the result comes out on day 1, which is the day after you arrive. They did not mention anything about taking public transport, which is the KTX. So from what I understand, you may or may not be able to ride the KTX to Busan or Daegu. So please stay tuned for more information. The next thing that I want to talk about is, as I mentioned in the first video, if you are staying in Korea more than 8 days, you are required to take another PCR test on the 6th or 7th day in Korea. However, at that time, I mentioned that if you were to fill up a quarantine exemption form from the embassy and get approved, you are able to take this free PCR test in the Pogonso, which is a COVID testing facility in any of the areas you're in. However, based on this document that has just been released, all foreigners residing overseas are only allowed to take this 6th or 7th day PCR test in MOH approved clinics, which I will leave in the description, which I will leave the link in the description box down below. And I'll put a screenshot here also. My friends who are coming, you are only allowed to take your second PCR test in these clinics, and there is a fee payable by yourself. So there it's about another $174, I think. So yeah, this is one of the not so good news that I want to share with you. So you have to think about having that cost after you enter Korea. As well as I mentioned in the previous video, once again, you have to make sure that your vaccination is digitalized in form of a QR code, and you also have to hold a paper of your vaccination proof with you. Because here, like I said, we use KakaoTalk and scan QR code to enter, and it's the same with Trace Together in Singapore. But the thing now is, Korea and Singapore is still trying to come out with an app or a system that can verify vaccinations from both countries before the VTL, and they said that they will release this information before 15th of November, so please kindly be patient. Once again, I know we're very kanchong, but 좀 기다려주세요. Okay, that ends my summary of an update of the information provided by Korea about entry of Singaporeans into Korea through the vaccinated travel lanes. Right now, I saw that Asiana Airline and Korean Airline have released 2 different flights. So 2 from Asiana and 2 from Korea flights. I will leave the screenshot here. Not only Singapore Airlines are operating VTL flights, but Korean Air and Asiana Air is also operating VTL flights now, but they are only subjected to these flights and this flight. So if you would like to purchase these 2 flights, please be sure that it's the designated vaccinated travel flight. I'm really excited to see all of my friends, you guys, here. So I've been very 열심히 trying to create travel videos for you, introducing new places in Korea, new cafes, new restaurants, whatever is trending right now, so that when you come here, you can have an idea of how to plan your itinerary throughout your travel, so that you will not waste your time like coming here and then this place is closed, this place is closed. So a lot of things have changed in 2 years, so I'm still doing my best throughout my busy schedule to update to you the current situation of Korea. So right now, the most important update that I wanted to share with you guys is, as of 1st of November, Korea has started with Corona. So it's called with Corona. First time with Corona. With Corona. Korea has started this with Corona, whereby a lot of things are opening up in terms of social distancing measures as well. I just wanted to tell you how to abide by the social distancing rules in Korea, because it's in Korean also. So I just did, this one's easy, so I just did a quick research. So for gatherings of people, right now, there is no restrictions of time limit as to when the restaurant can open to. Before this, all restaurants and cafes have to close at 10 p.m. But right now, you can open throughout the night if they want to. So there's no more time limit anymore. However, all gatherings outside or inside of home are limited to 10 people in the metropolitan areas, which is Seoul, Gyeonggi-do, and Incheon. And outside of these three places, which is all your Busan, Daegu, Daejeon, Jeollado, Jeonju, Jeju, everywhere else, it's up to 12 people. But be it 10 people or 12 people, only up to 4 people are allowed to be not vaccinated. I repeat, out of 10 people, only 4 people cannot be vaccinated. Of course, if 10 is vaccinated, it's good. But if you're gathering in 10 people, if 4 are not vaccinated, 6 minimum must be vaccinated. And if you're 12, means 8 people must be vaccinated. As for big events in Korea, they allow up to 99 persons in the same area with social distancing if these 99 persons are not vaccinated. However, if all of them are vaccinated with negative PCR results, there can be up to a total of 499 person gathering in one place. So I believe a lot of you guys who wants to come here for your Inkigayo or your concerts, which I don't even know how to get entry into, be sure and be safe when we're entering these events. So because they're gonna start it already, I'm sure a lot of you guys want to attend these events. So these are the 인원 제한 gathering restrictions when it comes to events, as well as dining out in cafes or even in homes. So that's kind of it for my updates. It's kind of simple. I don't want to drag it too long also because I'm afraid there is going to be more information. But I think the more information that will be released is going to be really short. So stay tuned. If there's any more, I will try to put it up on Instagram instead so that I don't have to make a video out of it and be so 귀찮아. Like, oh dang, I have to put a video again. So you get what I mean? Once again, when I post this video, it's about another 1.5 weeks to 2 weeks before I see you guys in Korea. So yeah, I'm really excited to have you guys here. I'm trying to film a series once again. Please stay tuned. I'm really excited to share with you what I have learned in the last 2 years. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video once again. And I will see you in my next video.